Despite your wretched physical state, your mind is clear, and as you listen to Phil, his story makes a strange and horrifying kind of sense.
You see, you know and I know you shouldn't be here. For God's sake, you're just a kid,
says Phil thoughtfully.
And what's worse is that I've seen what happens to kids here.
What do you mean? You say weakly.
You don't know anything about this place, do you?
You shake your head, feeling queasy as you do.
All right, I'll tell you,
says Phil with a pained look in his eyes.
This is a military base, but it's black ops. It's funded secretly, and regular military, the CIA, and the FBI know nothing about it.
Phil pauses for a moment, vomits loudly, clears his voice, and says,
Ha! Now that's better. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. Well, there are hundreds of secret underground military facilities around the world. But this place that we're in, we call it the Hub. Not very imaginative, but it's like all roads leading to Rome. Actually, I like to think of Hub as the acronym for hellish, unbelievable bullshit. I think that kind of puts what we do here in a nutshell.
How are they connected? You ask weakly.
By electromagnetic trains. Those trains can move at the speed of Mach 1, and they can go anywhere in the world without having to refuel because they run off the electromagnetic energy of the planet. Oh, hey, I'm starting to see things. Little visions are popping into my mind. And man, if I'm not seeing you. You are special, aren't you?
You vomit again, not feeling special at all.
Oh, wow,
he says in a tripped-out voice.
You really need to get out of here before you get killed. All right, then,
says Phil, with the energy of one trying to pull himself together under dubious circumstances.
Here's the deal. There is no such thing as regular warfare. What you see on CNN are just little skirmishes to make you think the world is still the same. A little warring here, a little terrorism there. The real war, my friend, is created through what you think are natural disasters. But there is nothing natural about those disasters. Everything from hurricanes and tornadoes to volcanic eruptions to earthquakes and tsunamis, we control it all from here. I can't begin to explain how it's done, but the reason might be to show a particular country that we can do whatever the hell we want, thereby forcing them to support that desire or face the consequences. Or something like a hurricane or tsunami might be a way of moving public attention away from something the military doesn't want them poking their noses into, and instead shift their focus onto a disaster. There's something in Alaska called HAARP. Well, you probably don't want the details, but we are capable of controlling not only the planet. We have the ability to control the mood of thousands of people, or we can focus down on one individual. There are secret military psychics. It's hard to escape from them around here, and they can make your life a living hell inside or out. But I want you to know I am not proud of that. And one thing you have to understand is that anyone who comes to work in this facility doesn't know what they're getting themselves into, and they never leave. When they die, they're cremated here.
You're telling me I'm going to die here? You say weakly, your whole body trembling.
No, I'm not saying you're going to die, at least not right away. But I do know one thing. Pretty soon you're going to pass out. I gave you one powerful dose of this stuff. I'm sorry, you're going to be really sick, but that means they'll have to take you to the infirmary. and there they'll remove your suit. But you'll understand soon. Now listen to me,"
Phil adds with new strength in his voice.
"This facility is protecting something. I don't know what it is, but I've heard the sound of exotic birds and I've smelled flowers coming through the ventilation system. We're far, far underground, but if you get the chance to escape,"
he says, something in his voice hinting that there will be no chance involved,
"get yourself into the ventilation system. When you feel a fresh breeze, just go toward it. I don't know what's there, but I know there's something. I know we're protecting something, whatever it is. And I would try myself, but, well, I have an implant that makes me easy to track. But you don't have an implant yet, because the suit you're wearing is all they need to keep track of you."
"But you don't understand," you say desperately. "My friend is in a coma. It's a medically induced coma. And if I don't get back to him, he might die."
"So you're planning to find him, sneak up to his room, and wean him off of the chemical cocktail streaming through his veins, without being seen and without harming or, God forbid, killing him accidentally. And even if you pull that off, do you have a plan for how you'll escape?"
"No," you say, your eyes focused on the floor.
"Well, maybe you'll find help if you follow that fresh air I told you about. Like I said, I don't know what's there, but it has to be better than no plan at all."
With that last effort, Phil suddenly passes out. Everything is hopeless. Nothing you learned from Asha or the portal will help you now. Phil is right. There is no way that you can find Matthew and help him now. If you somehow manage to escape, your only choice will be to find the tunnel with fresh air and try to get help. But even if you escape, what are the chances that you'll be able to find your way through the desert, get help, and then get back inside? You lay on your side in a fetal position, with your head on your arm, wishing you would just die.